I call you to walk into integrity as a young man. I charge you to walk humbly in all that you do. May it be known of you that you are a humble young man that doesn't look for his own selfish gain through the things that he does or the things that he accomplishes, but that humility will always be something that's spoken of when your name is mentioned. Coop, I call you to walk confidently. I call you to walk in confidence as the man that the Lord has created you to be. That you would know inside of yourself who you are all the days of your life. And that as you step forward into whatever you're called to do and whatever the Lord's asking you to be, that you will be confident in Him inside of you. I call you to serve others, Cooper, all the days of your life. That you would see those that are less fortunate than you. That you would see those that are weaker than you. That you would find the widows and the orphans. And that you would go to them and that you would serve all the days of your life. That there would never be an attitude that you're better than, but that you would walk in that humility and that service to all the people around you, because Jesus was the greatest servant of all. And He's inside of you. I call you to trust Him as you walk. Many times in our life as men, we try to do it on our own. And I'm calling you, Cooper, to trust Him first before you take that step forward and move into whatever He's asking you to do, that you will trust Him with your whole heart and that you will love Him all the days of your life. I'd like to have my dad and Randy and Jack, Cooper's older brother, come up. And Coop, if you would just stand over here. And then if the grandfathers and Jack, you would step over here. Jack, make it over. Is Jack here?
Jack.
All right, well, we're going to do this without him then.
Ollie.
All right, Coop, and so as a symbol of calling you into manhood, there's men over here that have been important influences in your life. And these are men that I want you to try to be like in your life. Of course, I want you to try to be like Jesus first and foremost. But as the men that have gone before you in our family as Frisbee men, I'm going to call you to walk over and come be with us in just a moment. Cooper, as a man, you put behind the things of boyhood and you walk into a new phase in life, in the physical, but also in your own spiritual walk with the Lord. You become responsible for your own walk with Him. You're called to higher things, and I encourage you to run into those things that the Lord's directed you in your heart. And so now, in front of all these men and sons, I call you into the fullness of being a man, and I now recognize you as no longer a boy, but a man, and I welcome you to walk into manhood. And I've asked the grandfathers to step in and just give kind of that grandfather blessing, that generational blessing over Cooper as he's stepped forward into this next phase of his life.
Go ahead, Bill.
Coop, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. I just want to kind of pronounce a grandfather's blessing over you. I've just as I've watched you growing up, I've seen that you are a leader, and you know, as I've watched Coop play basketball, he always has a heart for the guys that don't get to play as much, that aren't scoring points. And I would always notice he would always try to pass it to them to help them to be able to score and make points so they could feel better about themselves. And the thing about a leader is that you have to be more concerned about making others succeed than you do yourself. And Cooper does have those characteristics, and I love you so much, Coop, and I just bless you with a grandfather's blessing.
See, it's been an awkward day for you. And it is, and as men, we have awkward moment in our lives. When we first meet men, we kind of stand there and look at each other and don't know what to say and try to find out what we can say. And then when we hug each other, our bellies touch. Those are those awkward moments of being a man. But you have all the ingredients. They're all there. I think the one thing that I heard your father with passion say, walk with confidence.
Yeah.
Walk with confidence. And so your confidence will grow through the acceptance of others and affirming you and wanting to hear what you have to say. Your opinion matters, and you matter. A father told me years ago, he said, in God, as high as I can go, my ceiling must become your floor. Your father has done that, and it's time for you. As high as your dad can go, that ceiling must become your floor, so you can build. And it's already in place. Thank the Lord. A blessing was read over me years ago. Can I read it over you now?
Yes.
All right. We are so proud of you. And so I'm reading what someone else read over me. As for me, from my heart as a father and a grandfather, this is the blessing I have for you. And you know, actually it's for everyone here if you choose to receive it. So Cooper, I say to you, may you reach the purpose for which you were created. May you have courage above your peers. May you have more passion for the things of God than others think is necessary. May you dream more than others think is practical. May you expect more than others think is possible. May you choose wisely without an earthly bias. You have people to influence that you've not yet met. You have lives to change that are waiting for your arrival. You're strategically placed wherever God takes you by his grand design, just so you can become everything he made you to be. That place is the place you can grow best. That place is the place where you can be the most fruitful. The place where the future is changed because of your presence. May you see things or vistas that others don't even know exist. Your dad's already alluded to that. You see in others that need to be encouraged. You reach down where others are. May you continue to have that and more. May you see God in every petal of every flower, every blade of grass, for they are all designed by his hand. And I love what your father said to you about what's already in your heart for your children. May you bless your children, and may they become giants in the faith under the mighty hand of God. You will not fail. You were made by God to be here at just such a time as this. I also wanted to say one thing to Bill. Bill, thank you for the example that you are. I love the 23rd Psalm. You have learned to walk with the Lord as your shepherd. And you are showing us here tonight what it's like to take your shepherd's hand as he's walking you through the valley of the shadow of death. And I don't think that you're going to be buying real estate there.
Amen.
But thank you for the example of not always knowing everything, but knowing the one whose hand you hold, and how that is blessing us as fathers and sons, seeing your example of walking with the shepherd whom you love with all your heart. and showing us how it's done. Thank you.
All right, Bobby, you're up.
All right.
Grace.